Hey, what's up, people of the intertubes? I know I haven't been around for a while, and I have an explanation. The explanation is I got DRM'd on one of my videos. Now, to make a long story short, it was a video from 2 years ago, and I used music out of my iMovie library, and somebody claimed it was theirs. It wasn't. It was out of iMovie, which just blows my mind. And I'm glad SOPA didn't get passed, because if SOPA got passed, because these guys claimed that it was theirs, everything I've ever done probably would have gotten taken down, and for no probable cause, because somebody claimed that this music was theirs. Now I disputed it and I've got nothing back, and that's why I waited to make a new video for a while, and that's the reason why I haven't made a video for a bit. Anyways, speaking of SOPA and movies and people not wanting to go pay money to see movies and pirate them. Now, I'm not one for pirating. I'm not like that. But I also won't pay a lot of money to see movies that I don't want to see or that are crap. I had a discussion with some people over the weekend about movies in general and TV series and things of that nature. People loved action movies, like action hero movies. And we came to the conclusion that action heroes aren't around anymore. Like the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you had tons of it. You had Chuck Norris, Sylvester Stallone, Dolph Lundgren, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You had Jean-Claude Van Damme, Bruce Willis. Some of the biggest names, some of the biggest movies were action hero movies. People loved them. They went and saw them, and back then the cost wasn't $15 a piece like it is now, but, I was really young too when a lot of these came out, but back then it wasn't, it was an action hero. They went and saw it. They wanted to see this badass take on a bunch of bad guys, come out on top. Even if it was a struggle, they came out on top because they pushed forward and did what they had to do to become the guy that stood above the rest. Like Stallone in Rocky, He was kind of an action hero movie too, because he was this guy fighting to be the best that he could. He beat all the odds. That's kind of what action movies are like, to beat the odds, to come out on top. And people loved them, and that's why they went and saw them. That's why some of the biggest movies people would remember the most about are action hero movies. Like, for example, you got Terminator 2. Now, the first Terminator completely sucked, but Terminator 2 was amazing. One of the most well-known lines, "Hasta la vista, baby." People know that line, and you say that, oh God, it's from Terminator 2. I don't care if it's somebody that's 5 years old or 55 years old. They know where it's from. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. That's from, Die Hard. And you got, Yo, Adrian from Rocky. People know these movies because of these lines, and they remember these movies because they were, action hero type movies. Movies where people, plowed to the top no matter how hard it was, like Bruce Willis in Die Hard, where he looked like hell after the end of the movie, but he did what he had to do to, to get there. He beat all the odds and beat the bad guys. And, the same thing with all the rest of the action heroes. And that's what we don't have now. We have a lot of drab, boring comic book remakes, reboots and remakes and things like that people they're trying to make these huge. One does well, then they got to try to throw 50,000 of them at us. Now, speaking of comic book movies and kind of drab storylines that don't really have anything to do with action heroes, because the guy in the movie really kind of isn't an action hero. Well, the actor, I should say. This last weekend when the movie opened up, and it did get a Super Bowl spot in the commercials, it was Ghostrider Spirit of Vengeance. I don't know if it's a reboot or if it is a sequel. They're calling it Ghostrider 2, but it's Ghostrider Spirit of... I don't know. All I know is I didn't see the actual movie in the theaters. I've read some really bad reviews about it. And there's some good actors in it. And Nicolas Cage is a great actor, in some respects. I'm not going to down the guy. He's putting himself out there. He's doing his acting thing. The newcomer who plays the kid, Danny, is a young guy from Europe. and he's new to the scene, and I guess he does well. From what I've seen in the previews, he does all right, except for the whole him tilting his head back, opening his mouth up, and screaming. It looks like you're gonna like go down his throat with the camera. But other than that, his acting looks okay. There's a couple other big name actors in there that have some really star moments in their career, and this one may not be one of them. It's a Sony film. It opened last weekend, and they want to charge you $15 to see this. The storyline goes: Ghostrider saves young guy, 12, 13-year-old guy, and he gets the Ghostrider lifted from him and becomes human again. That's really the story, because Satan wants to inhabit the preteen teen's body so that he can rule the world. And apparently, the teen is his son, because I guess several years in the past, his mom made a deal with the devil to keep her life or something like that, and if in exchange she would have his offspring. That's the story. Now, kind of a cool story, but it's not really. It's kind of one of those things that we've seen about 1,000 times. The teen that does the actual acting kind of reminds me of the guy from The Omen, so it's kind of creepy, which is cool. I like that. The whole scene with his head back, his mouth wide open, his eyes are kind of like dark black. Kind of creepy in the trailer, at least. The movie itself kind of looks meh. I don't think I would spend $15. It was an action hero movie and had like Stallone or something, and they're kicking everyone's ass. That'd be awesome. Now, I will give it this though: the Ghostrider looks sick. The CGI looks sick. The motorcycle looks sick. Everything about it looks kind of sick. Some of the action sequences look okay, but the rest of the story kind of looks blah, And that's the kind of stuff that we've been seeing over the last couple of years. And you wonder why people wait till it comes out on DVD and then burn it to their friends or do whatever. I don't do that because I don't really care. But if I want to go buy it, I'll wait till it goes to comes on sale at like $4.95 and go pick it up in the big box in the middle of Best Buy. But it's like I'm not gonna spend $15 for that. But if you have movies that had this characterization of some of the TV series, people would go see them. For example, like The Walking Dead. You got movies like The Walking Dead with the characterization and the energy and the flow and just good acting all the way around. It was just, the show is amazing. Like, if there's movies like that out, I would go see them. I might even spend the $15 to see it. You've got, people are used to seeing 4-hour movies now, 3.5, 4-hour movies. So you've got a lot of time, as long as you can keep them interested in the movie and keep the story flowing, like The Walking Dead. If you haven't seen The Walking Dead, by the way, you need to check out season 1 and then check out season 2 and catch up. I'm going to be honest, on Sunday night when The Walking Dead wasn't on, I was kind of like, oh my god, I'm so bored. I'm bored. I need my Walking Dead. That's the way I was. I really, really missed the show. Season 2 just started again. I'm like, hell yeah, fucking Walking Dead again. And that's pretty much the way I was. I love the show. The series is amazing, and that's it was great, and I enjoy it a lot. If you don't like zombies, you're not gonna like it. But if you love zombies and you like good stories and good characterization, all the way down to the kid who plays Carl Grimes, Chandler Riggs, he does a superior job as Carl. I've read the comics, and they're really good. And this story is kind of derives from the comic, but it goes off on its own. But it does a good job of it. It doesn't destroy it, which is really cool. And now, if movies were like that, people would actually go watch them. Now, I'm going to tell you, Ghostrider did do number 3 at the box office. Apparently, it didn't have very much competition. Just saying. Anyhow, check out The Walking Dead, though, if you want to see something really good. But if the movie industry wants people to stop pirating, they want people to see their stuff, make stuff that's not a reboot. Make stuff that's not 6 million versions of, Batman or something like that. Give us something good. Give us something new. Give us something fresh. Bring back action heroes. Things like that. And I'm sure things will pick up. But that's just me. That was the conversation I had, and a lot of people agreed. Do you agree? If you do, comment below. Well, I got a jet. I will talk to you guys later, but before I leave, I do want to give a couple shout outs to some people. I want to say hey to Kyle, Taver, Robbie, Anthony, Chris, and last but not least, Jake, who actually kept getting on me about making more videos. In the last couple of days, he's gotten on me, so I'm like, okay, fine, I'll make another video, and he's kind of gotten on me a lot about it, so I'm like, that's cool. But, you know, he's a good guy. So, Jake, giving you a shout out as well. Well, I'm out, and I say it at the end of every one of my videos. Stay safe online and in the real world. I will catch you guys later. Peace.